Night Big Red coming to town.
Yeah, definitely a great challenge. Nice being at home, but we know we're playing a very talented team tonight that I think is playing their best basketball season, especially the last month.
Well, talking about you a little bit, sitting at 17-2. I'm impressed with what you're doing with the program. You're doing a nice job. I appreciate your efforts. But I read in the paper after your first loss, and it made me feel good about the attitude of your team. That you got beat by Harrison Central. They talked to you, and in the game, you hadn't lost any confidence in your team. You said, "Hey, we're a good team," and I got into it because I knew your feeling of it.
Yeah, and really a big part of what we do is give our players confidence and give our team confidence, and we don't want our team playing with any fear. They train unbelievably hard every day. And with that level of preparation, we have superior confidence in their abilities to make good decisions. And I think the thing that we do best is play as a unit. And that's why this team is finding so much success.
I appreciate that. A lot of rivalries. I think there's a rivalry every week in high school basketball. But the last time we was here was the Bel Air game. We got to see that game. You win that game. But Martins Ferry's always been special to Steubenville. I mean, it's a lot of wins down here playing on the stage.
Yeah, definitely. And, just getting to know Mike over the past few years, we have a very good relationship. I think we ran into each other at the beach a few times too, and we share a lot of conversations during the season, help each other out if we can. I have a lot of respect for their program, what they're doing. Of course, I have a lot of respect for Steubenville athletics, and we always look forward to this game. It's usually a measuring bar as to see where we are at, due to the fact that they're so athletic. They usually have great size. Speed, and it's just a challenge to prepare for a team like this. And we put this game where it is on our schedule for a reason. This is a great.
I like it.
Yeah, this is a great game for us going into the tournament play, because if you can compete and put a game plan together for a team like this with the players that they have, it's going to better prepare you for tournament.
Yeah, you're a product of Martins Ferry, aren't you?
Yes.
You played for Coach Sabatino.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely. So, me and Gary were talking about just the history of the coaches in this series. I mean, Larry Duck, for Martins Ferry, and Charlie Watt for Steubenville High School. I mean, it's a great game, and we're glad to be here. And I appreciate you coming by,
Thank you so
saying
much.
hello. Good luck,
Appreciate
and
it.
We'll talk to you down the road.
All right,
I'm sure.
Thanks so much for coming.
All right, that was Coach Derek Edwards here. It's High Valley Sports Online. Ray Suckoch, along with Jimmy Mack Wilson, former point guard. Dan Vogel spinning the dials. That was Coach Derek Edwards. And we got Mike Haney. I'm being adjusted here, Coach. Been a tough year, but you rated the ship. You got 3 in a row. I congratulate you on that. You got a better attitude when you're winning.
Yes, definitely. The attitude is definitely better, and they're working hard trying to get number 4.
Absolutely, that's the way to go. But tonight you got a big challenge, man. Martins Ferry, they're a good basketball team, a lot of talent.
Yeah, very good team, well coached. Derek Edwards, Coach Edwards does a great job with them. Just got his 100th win last week. When they got the Denali Jackson at point guard and the Reese kid inside, and that's 2 of the best players in the Ohio Valley right now.
I was impressed with them. I mean, they're a talented team, Mike.
Yes.
I mean, we saw them play against Bel Air, and I thought Bel Air could do something with them because of their quickness. They're
right.
2 quick guards, but they just score. I mean, they can score.
They can score rapidly.
But talking about scoring, I mean, your team has struggled to score, but I got a chance to see you 2 out of these 3 wins, and you got some guys shooting the ball better.
Yes, it's getting it. It just seems like, with football going so long and not having as many practices through the month of November, didn't start till December, it just seems like they finally got their legs completely under them. And, when we can get 3 guys in double figures, which we've done the last couple games, it seems to, bode well for us.
you're going to have a challenge on the boards tonight.
Yes.
But my man, what's his name? Falk's been playing better a little bit.
Kaijon Hopkins, you mean?
Yeah, Kaijon Hopkins.
Hopkins.
Quick to the ball.
Yes.
Taking too many shots. I mean, he's not making enough, but man, he's quick to the ball and he's jumping. He's jumping twice when other guys are jumping once.
Yes.
We hope that we could keep people off the boards with him tonight.
Yes, he does a good job. Got a quick jump, and he gets some rebounds because he's not even 6 foot, and then Phaeton's been doing well, and some of the games he's been getting doubles. Last game he had 23 points, 14 rebounds, but 17 if you count them ones he tips out, to our players.
I think that I hope that he understands that, because Phaeton, to me, and watching him play in the games that I've seen him, he could really work the boards.
Oh, yes.
I mean, if he would set his mind, he's long, and you're right, he gets his hands on a lot of balls.
Yep. Yeah, he goes having 3 guys scoring. When he gets a double on the rebounds, with that, it helps us, do good and win the games.
So, Haney, what's your, focus on this game coming in? Because, you like Coach said, you righted the ship. You got 3 wins. You're about to go into the tournament. What was then you're going against obviously 2 talented kids,
Right.
and me and you know as well as anybody, when you're playing defense, you don't never really stop guys like that.
No.
You make them work hard.
You make them work for every shot.
And hopefully they're off.
Right.
What's your plan of attack and what you've been telling your kids coming into this game, how to slow down this Reese kid and the Jackson kid?
We talked about Jackson especially. He can get to the basket, and when he gets to the basket, he can score, but he can also dish it to guys. So, we can't climb up on him too tight because he's so quick. So we got to sag off a little bit, make him pass the ball. And Reese, he loves going right, and he's a big kid, but we just got to force him to go left. And, we got to zone up. But the main thing is we can't let the role players score, 8, 10 points and get, kill you on that. So the scorers are going to score some, but you can't let the other guys score. And, we're going to mix it up with some man zone, and we got a little other, something else up our sleeve to see.
Well, Big Red always rises to the top challenge, Coach. I understand. I know you do a lot of things as a coach, but, you can't put the ball in the hole for them. And hopefully we'll get a big defensive effort tonight and keep us in the ball game. Wish you the best of luck. Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. As Mike Haney, coach of Steubenville Big Red, fans want to thank you, all our sponsors. Tonight's game, especially Thrifty Car Rental, Napa Auto Care of Wintersville, Clyde and Kelly Larson over at Thrifty Car Rental. Stop in, tell them you heard about them. Remaining sponsors tonight, Hertz Thrifty, you can see it right there. Capital Recovery Systems, Edge Sports, Franciscan University, Best Western, Sickles Law Offices, Hood's Pharmacy, PR Landscaping, Mosty Funeral Home, IBEW Local 246, J.E. Foster Funeral Homes, J.C. Pest Control, AT&T on Sunset, Wintersville Trophy Shop, Steve's Fish and Chips, Attorney Adam Martello, Marcino Enterprises, Hauser's Furniture, Valley Converting, Josephine's Carryout, Mingo Junction, Trinity Health Systems, Blakemore Insurance, Fort Steuben Maintenance, M&M Hardware. Also sponsored by Main Street Bank, Economy Lawn Care, Swearingen Bat Company, Viking Poker Social Club, Everhard Bow Funeral Home, Bradley Lawnscape, Lancia Villa Royale, TS Electric, Black River Logistics, National Colloid, Soft Type Federal Credit Union, Hummel Construction, Target Shop, Naples, Spuds Park View Inn, Ohio Motor Group, Dr. John Figgle, Bert's Hot Dogs, Isla Law Offices, Apollo Restorations, Bennigan's, Anthony Mining. All interviews and our talks that we're going to be having throughout the night are sponsored by Berryman Chemicals. This is Ray Suckarch along with Jimmy Mack Wilson, Dan Vogel. We're going to bring in a long-time basketball junkie, one of the best ever to play, former Big Red, former Ohio State Buckeye under the great Fred Taylor. Played with Alan Horniak around the area. Our good friend of Ohio Valley Sports Online. You've heard him before. They call him the rapper, Gary Repella from Steubenville, Ohio. Thanks for coming on, Rep.
Hey, thanks for that intro. I hope we get that recorded. I can play it again, huh?
Absolutely.
It's getting recorded, Rep.
We're trying to get Big Woo on here. I hope he's listening. We're trying to get Jim Wood, but want to talk about that, Gary. I mean, you've been dead center on the tradition of this game in particular, Big Red Ferry, and the way that it goes back with Larry Duck and the Respects, all of these guys you knew personally, Charlie Watt, all the great coaches and players in this team. We appreciate you coming down. Want to talk about it a little bit.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? The first thing I noticed walking into the gym over there, it's boys basketball, all-time wins. That's 1,335 wins. And the record against Big Red, we've beaten them 127 times, and they've only beaten us 63 times. So we're doing pretty good against Martin.
Well, I mean, like, you know, you had some wins in that. Jimmy Mack Wilson had a couple wins in there if he didn't turn the ball over.
It's always about that.
Don't even
I
listen
took
to
care
that,
of the ball when I played.
You ain't lying. Jimmy played for me. Believe me. He was one of my better point guards.
Jimmy Mack Wilson, no doubt in my mind. I love him like a brother. You know, he was my player. He was my assistant coach. Jimmy Mack got a couple wins in the history of this, but the history of this game, playing on the stage, Gary, what are some of your memories?
Oh, yeah. You know what? Martin's Ferry stage was so unique because not only was the court was very narrow, and you had to play a certain type of game, and you couldn't be dribbling around and turn your back on people because you'd get into trouble. But it used to really bring out our game because of our press, and when I played, we beat them all 4 times in the 2 years I played, and then I know Jimmy's teams did well against them too. And which leads me to Coach Duck, because back I was with Charlie as an assistant starting 80, 81. And the first year we came down there, Larry Duck had a 500 team, and I can remember, during the reserve game, Mr. Watt and Larry Duck would be in our locker room there, and Charlie showing Larry our press
before the game.
Yeah.
That's unheard of.
Yeah, before his game, and he's because Larry was always interested in Big Red's
yes,
press.
He was. Yes, he was.
Which back then we were feared because of our press, and I can remember going in at halftime, and then Charlie they erased the board and everything, and so we beat Martin's Ferry that night, and I remember on the ride back, I'm sitting up front with Charlie, and I said, Charlie, why would you be showing Larry our press? But Charlie, being the great man he was, he says, Rep, he's going to have a really good team here within the next year or two, and he got the players that can run it. And sure enough, the next year we go down there and we played against Ferry. I think it was 81, the 82 team, which went all the way to the regional finals and lost to Wheelersburg by like a point or two. And I always laugh because I told Charlie when I first met Larry, I said, what does Larry know about basketball? Because Larry was a great football player.
Yes, he was.
In fact, if some of our old Big Red fans can remember, I think back in '61, Big Red went down to play Ferry with Harry Wilson, who was a junior, and Ray Terry and Ron Mazzaferro, and they beat us down there. I think Larry, somebody told me one time, they won 30 straight games, Larry's sophomore, junior, and senior year. He went to WVU, and then he transferred to Memphis. But, well, I really enjoyed my time with Coach Duck because I got to know him, and every time we'd come down and play him, he was just a really great coach.
I remember one time I was at a tournament game, and Larry Duck was coaching Martin's Ferry, and I was sitting with Charlie Watt. And they was playing at the arena in a sectional game, and Larry Duck turned around and said, "What should I do?" Like that to Coach Watt. And Coach Watt said, "Press."
Oh yeah, you know what? Larry really respected Charlie.
Absolutely.
You know, he loved Charlie. I mean, he would pick Charlie's mind, and like I said before, Charlie was such a great man, and you know, Charlie loved to see teams from our area do well.
No, absolutely.
And like Jimmy, you're kidding earlier. I mean, you don't see that. You don't see coaches go tell their secrets or
not before a game.
Yeah,
not
you're
before
right.
a game.
Right.
No way.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you played for Coach Watt, and one thing about Coach Watt, he didn't want no cool point guards.
Oh my God!
He didn't want no tell our listeners and our viewers that story about Coach Watt didn't want no cool point guards.
Yeah, it was the summertime. It was grooming me. It was between my sophomore and junior year.
In a good way.
In a good way. Oh yeah. And I was playing for Post 33 as a 16-year-old, and I made the mistake of walking to the game with my sunglasses on.
Ooh.
And bad move. Because I had not only that I had to hear about it, but the rest of the team had to hear about it. And then after the game, it was early enough where I put them back on. Even worse move. And he was not going to have a cool point guard.
Yeah, he didn't want no cool point guard.
There was no way he was going to have a cool point guard. But it was a learning experience. And you know what? I never wore sunglasses in his sight again. And it was a certain way I acted around him. And I'm a better man.
Well, I know Charlie, he enjoyed the relationship with Martin's Ferry, and then me following them enjoyed the relationship with Martin's Ferry. Always a battle, coaching against Coach Sabatino up on that stage, but we had a nice run against them. But you talk about the Big Red Press, Gary, and when I was a young coach, I met Kim Clifford from St. Clairsville. I went to a clinic run with him. Dayton, Cincinnati, Xavier, Ohio State on the way home. Like a 4-day trip and 3-day trip, 4 schools. And he said he remembers playing against Big Red as a guard for Bel Air and going and being pressed the entire game from baseline to baseline. He remembers going into the locker room at Bel Air and puking at halftime. But see, that's one thing. I don't know what it is. That's one thing that I see very few teams doing today is all-out pressure like Big Red did in the heyday.
Oh yeah. Well, first of all, because it's a certain mentality that your coach has to have. That when the season starts, and Charlie was famous for this, kids would try out on the team, and he'd line them up on the baseline, and the first thing he would tell you says, if you can play defense, and if you can press, you will play for me. He says, I don't care about offense, but if you will play defense the way I want you to play it, then you're going to play. And you know what that did, Ray? That put every kid on that team realized that, if I hustle, I'm going to play. And if there was one person who was a dog on that team, he was gone. Either he quit or what? He didn't play. He sat on the end of the bench until he ran up and down the court, until he picked somebody up, when you're supposed to. And that's the other thing, too, that I wish we would get back to is the fact that, Big Red's never had really great basketball players year in and year out. But Big Red always has athletes, quickness, guys that can run. And
I just talked to Mike Haney about that point about Phaeton Hill. I said, I've got to see you play up close, 2 out of the last 3 games. And one thing that I think Phaeton Hill could do, and I hope he understands it, he's long. He can rebound. He goes,
my God.
He's had a couple, what do you say, Jimmy? He had 3 double-doubles or something like that.
Oh, I know.
So Phaeton's long, and he could do a lot with his body, I think, basketball-wise. I hope he understands that.
See, like what Gary's saying, though, Rep, that's the lost art. Everybody thinks you got to shoot threes.
That's
you
right.
got to score to contribute. And this is the thing that I've been even trying to teach my edge kids. You don't have to have the ball in your hands to make an outcome on the game. There's defense. There's rebounding. There's hustle
defense
plays.
and rebound.
There's hustle
2
plays.
out of 3. Defense, rebound, offense.
How about stopping your man from scoring?
That's right.
That's huge.
That's
to stop the other guy. That's, between winning and losing, that's how you win. if you have more points than the other team.
And you know, the other point Charlie always made, because a lot of times when you're pressing, you can go 4 or 5 minutes in a game and you're not getting any turnovers. Now Charlie always taught kids never to reach in. Remember, he said just stay in front of them, because he says if you stay in front of them, make them work, they're going to tire out. And what are they? They're going to hand you the ball. They're going to hand. But that's the problem. I watch some of these kids play, and you know, they're standing up on defense, they're loafing back. You know what I mean? And so when you see a team play like that, to me, that team is lucky to be a 500 team, and 9 times out of 10 they're a losing team.
Absolutely.
You know, so and that's why I wanted to come down to see Martin's Ferry play up close, because I've seen him on your network, I think twice now. And in this coach, these kids play defense. They get back on. They get back on D. They help each other. You're very unselfish with the ball. And look, what did he say? What is he? 17-3, right?
17-2. Got 2 losses.
17-2.
You know, we're definitely looking forward to it. I mean, like I believe that this is a major challenge for Big Red. I mean, Big Red's starting to play better, but this is a big jump in talent that they're going to go against, and we're going to see where we stand after that. So we're going to take a break here, and then we'll be back. We'll talk a little bit more with Gary Repella. Be right back.
This is Ohio Valley Sports Online, your connection to Ohio Valley sports. Listen anywhere in the world from any connected device, smartphone, tablets, iPads, and computers. Ohio Valley Sports Online brings you live game action from the guys with over 50 years in radio sports broadcasting.
Attorney Adam Martello is your one call for DUI defense, probate, and estate planning. He also can provide real estate expertise plus general civil litigation. Call Attorney Adam Martello today at 740-317-0193. The Martello Law Office is located on Fernwood Road in Wintersville. Attorney Adam Martello is your one call for legal assistance. 740-317-0193.
My man, you're looking good. New clothes, new ride. What's your secret?
No secret. You have your Class A CDL, right?
Yeah, so?
I drive for Black River Logistics, and you can too with your Class A CDL. All you have to do is call Mr. Yes at 740-298-6926. See how you can make up to $550 a day.
That's it. I'm calling now.
That's Black River Logistics, 740-298-6926.
Do you have a fence that has seen better days? How about a new privacy fence? You probably could use a perimeter fence to keep Fido from wandering off. Call Edwards Fence Company now. They do all types of fence projects and have over 20 years of experience. Wood, chain link, vinyl, split rail, aluminum. Call today for a free estimate. Edwards Fence Company, 740-632-8403. Needless to say, you're going to need a new fence around your new swimming pool too. Call Edwards Fence Company today, a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Bert's Hot Dog Shop. Here's the who, what, where, when, and why about Bert's.
Where?
Route 18, just outside Burgettstown.
When?
When you want the very best hot dog you've ever tasted.
Why?
Because it's Bert's passion to create the best hot dog, to create fresh homemade chili sauce for your chili dog each and every day.
How?
Oh, that's simple. It's a foot long with or without chili. It's a hot dog with or without the fixins. It's how you love your hot dog. Bert knows. Bert knows how. Bert knows hot dogs. Route 18. See you there, dog.
The Target Shop has all your fall sports needs. Shop local and get all your school spirit gear, fan wear, and everyday apparel. Support your locally owned Target Shop. The Target Shop offers new designs weekly. Stop in soon.
Attorney Adam Martello is your one call for DUI defense, probate, and estate planning.
Edge Basketball is excited to be celebrating our 8th year of ministry in our community. The Edge program is comprised of 360 kids, boys and girls, grades 1 through 6 from our tri-state area. The mission of our league is to build Christian values through competitive sports. We want our kids to compete, but we want them to do so with the utmost Christian character. We're so thankful for everyone who has supported our league. God bless you.
When you need electrical work for your home or business, you need it done right the first time. The IBEW provides professional electrical contractors and tradesmen that undergo extensive training and apprenticeships to ensure the best service and safety for your electrical needs. Our quality jobs in the community fuel our economy with quality workmanship. We're your International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, and we are trained to electrify.
Attorney Adam Martello is your one call for DUI defense, probate, and estate planning. He also can provide real estate expertise plus general civil litigation. Call Attorney Adam Martello today at 740-317-0193. The Martello Law Office is located on Fernwood Road in Wintersville. Attorney Adam Martello is your one call for legal assistance. 740-317-0193.
We're back here at High Valley Sports Online, bringing you live high school basketball as we move into the fourth quarter. 4 minutes to go in the JV game here inside Tolbert Gymnasium in Martins Ferry, Ohio. Along with Danny Vogel spinning the dials, Jimmy Mack Wilson. This is Ray Suckarch. We're joined here by Gary Repella, the Big Red Great, who went on to star at Ohio State with some of the great teams up there under Fred Taylor. All right, Gary, how about the respects talking about Martins Ferry?
Yeah, you know what? A lot of people have probably forgotten, but, you know, back in 60, 61, 62, when Ohio State had that great team with Jerry Lucas, John Havlicek, and Larry Siegfried, Dick Respect was recruited out of Martins Ferry to the Ohio State team. Now, 61 and 62, he didn't play because of the stars on that team. But his senior year, he played with a guy by the name of Gary Brads, who was another Ohio State player. And I'll tell you what,
I remember that name.
Yeah, Dick had a great senior season at Ohio State, and in Ohio State that year was tied for first in the Big Ten. And back then there was only one slot, for a
tournament.
For the tournament, and you had to win the tournament. And then, like 2 days later, they lost to Purdue, and Rick Mount, if anybody can remember.
I remember that.
The Indiana.
He had to fade away from the corner.
Oh yeah, he was unbelievable.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, and then I knew Dick, and I played with Dick a little bit when I came back to the Valley, but the guy I played a lot was his younger brother, Dave Respect, and Dave was a hell of an athlete, and Dave started at Martins Ferry and went to Kent State on a basketball scholarship, and I played a lot of basketball with Dave and Alan Horniak and Mike Sherwood, the quarterback from WVU, and a lot of the guys from down this end.
Bel Air
Valley.
boy, right?
Yeah, the Bel Air from down Bel Air, and we used to play for a club called the Red and Green Club. Was run by Amelia Traversa. Amelia's daughter, Kim Apolloni.
Kim Traversa.
Yeah, Kim Traversa, which was who was a great coach here. With the girls. In fact, when Kim,
she coached the boys.
Yeah. But she had a nice run with the girls too.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, because I can remember when Liz was little, I used to bring her down to Martins Ferry to watch Kim's teams play, and she did a lot for my daughter Liz. You know, she was always so helpful to her. But I tell you, Martins Ferry had, like you said,
Emilio
earlier,
Traversa.
You know,
he played for Bel Air St. John's.
Emilio.
Yeah,
that was Squirrel Sacone's cousin.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
That was Big Squirrely's cousin, because I remember Emilio come up and played Bel Air St. John's. He played for them, and they upset somebody in the tournament.
Yeah.
Big Squirrel was sitting in the box.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Emilio was just such a great guy, and I can say it, back and then he was a bookie down here.
They book numbers down Ferry?
Oh, yeah, they book them everywhere, man, right? Or back then they did. And the only sad part about Emilio's life was, he died in his early 50s, and he was with Kim driving back from an Ohio State basketball camp, and they got to right around Cambridge, and he told Kim, he says, honey, I'm not feeling too good, and he laid down in the back seat, and he had a heart attack.
Wow.
And by the time she got him to the hospital in Cambridge, he had already passed away.
Wow.
You should have seen his funeral down here. It was packed. There was so many people.
I'll bet. A lot of big names. The Grozas.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Grozas from Martins Ferry. I mean, my goodness, what a talent-rich town.
Oh, yeah.
Billy Mazurowski from right up the street, man.
My oldest daughter Tana is a surgeon down at the University of Kentucky Medical Center. So I've been going to Kentucky games. So I've seen 5-6 Kentucky games, and they got a bunch of numbers hanging in their rafters. And the first one hanging there is Alex Groza from Martins Ferry.
Wow.
Yeah,
pretty impressive.
How you like that? One brother stars at Kentucky, and the other brother plays for the Browns.
Oh yeah, he played for the Baron they call him the Baron of the Bluegrass, Adolph Rupp.
Absolutely.
And tell me how crazy I am.
They win national championship with him, I believe.
Yeah, yes, they did. And how crazy am I? I was down in Kentucky a few weeks ago. I went to Rupp's gravesite.
Good for you. Good for you. Adolph Rupp, that's a beautiful place. Going down to see the Wildcats play. It's in the mall.
Oh, yeah.
It's in the mall, man. Yep. You're at the top, and you go down.
I had a convention there.
Yeah.
Rupp Arena.
Yeah, really neat place. The other thing, too, I was never a whiskey drinker, they got the Bourbon Trail down there, and bourbon is like off the charts down there. It's pretty cool. Hey, Ray, how'd you do against Ferry when you guys played him?
I think I beat him. I never lost to him. But up on the stage, it was a lot of coaches in my time talked about that. And the Valley was pretty good in basketball at that time in the 90s and late 80s. But a lot of coaches had different opinions about playing on that stage. I know Nick Alloy from East Liverpool. And Martins Ferry was a good basketball team. You had to have them on your schedule, but Nick Alloy was very upset, about playing on the stage.
Well, first of all, a lot of coaches wouldn't play Ferry because of that.
Exactly.
Stage.
That's why he didn't want to play him.
They didn't want to go down there. I can always remember, I was talking earlier about Coach Duck's first team. And that team that played that day, that was Charlie's, I think, one of his last really great teams because he had Bradley Young, Virgil Sanford, Purdue. Yep. And that day, Charlie pressed them into the ground, man. I mean, that press was really effective down there. And that's the other thing that you had to love about Charlie, where other coaches are going to come somewhere and be scared to go somewhere. Remember, Jimmy? Fucking Charlie embraced. He embraced going places to play.
I can remember us scrimmaging West Holmes and what's the Tri-Valley out there. We would go out there and scrimmage before the season started because those were the teams we were going to play in the districts to get out of the districts.
That's right. That's right.
So we he didn't back down from no one.
I'll tell you another funny story. We used to, back then. There was a legendary coach from Farrell by the name of Ed McCluskey. He may be the winningest coach in Pennsylvania history. And every year we would go up there. In our junior year, we weren't that good. We went up there and we got beat up pretty bad. But then our senior year, our great team, we went up there. And so we started out and we're killing them. We're beating them like 20-3, and we're pressing them. And the type of gentleman Charlie was. So after like 6-7 minutes of us killing them on the press, Charlie calls. So we come out after a timeout, and Charlie calls the press off. And McCluskey was just sitting up in the stands, and he comes running down the stands. He starts yelling at Charlie. He said, "Put that press back on." he says, these guys are dogs. He says, I want you to run them off the court, you know.
Farrell was a good team.
Oh, Farrell was a great team, man.
Jason said our last great Charlie Watt team was my junior year.
I was going to say that, but I
made it to the
didn't.
regional final with
Oh,
Troy
that's
Smith.
right. I forgot about Troy.
Well,
Son, where is Troy?
He
I am
is
seeing
in
Troy's in North Carolina.
Doing well. Doing
Good.
well. Yeah.
Son, hey, I'm sorry for that
That's
slight
all right.
there. You
That's
know
all
what?
right.
No. Listen,
you know, like I
listen,
forgot
Jason
all about Troy.
Jason can't say that because I was on the staff. I mean,
Raymond was on the staff with us.
but Chucky Hythen
Oh, that was a
senior
great
year.
team.
Oh, that's right. So there's Chucky, too.
Well, Mr. Watt didn't coach that team.
Yes, he did.
Oh, was it 88?
That was his last year.
Yeah,
That's
that was
why he
Charlie's
stayed because the year before drove him crazy with Raymond Terry.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It drove him crazy.
Oh, my
So he
God.
said, I ain't going out like this. So he stayed. Hey, Charlie lost his mind. I mean, in that tournament game, he was like, he was beside himself.
Yeah.
And all them the juniors were
That was a
good.
good team, too.
The juniors
They were.
were good. Were Chucky, Shelton Carney,
Yeah, they were the good
Bubba Donnelly was a sophomore.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was because the year before that was T. Terry and my man that lived in Pop's Radio, Euless Allen.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm
Euless could play.
I'm glad you brought Troy up because I'll tell you what, Troy was one of our last great
That's
players.
one of our greats.
Man alive, Troy, man, he was
He could fill it up.
was 6'3". I bet.
He
What
could fill
did
it up.
Troy
6'1",
go?
6'2".
Yeah, he was at least
Hagerstown,
205.
Yeah, he was strong. He was strong.
Plus,
Okay, we're coming
I
down.
Troy too. He was a
We're
great
coming
kid.
down to the my man Jason Jenkins joining in on us. But, we got to argue Jason's point, on the fact of the last great team. Because Charlie had two great ones in the 80s.
Yeah.
With Troy and with Chucky. Yeah. Those teams were good from top to bottom. But we're coming down to the final of this JV game, 37-31, Big Red, 25 seconds to go. Low-scoring affair. A lot of missed layups.
Hey, Ray, so what do we got to do to get Jim Wood down with us?
Jim Wood strong. I sent him a thing. 3 things on High Valley Sports Online doing this week. Tonight we're here. Tomorrow we're going to be at the Big Red Girls sectional opener against New Philadelphia.
Let's get them down there
at Steubenville High School. And Thursday we're at the Lady Weir Red Riders hosting Brook Bruins, the Lady Bruins. So a lot of opportunities for good Jim Wood, one of the great ones in the High Valley history. I mean, what he did. I mean, his 2 years at Catholic Central High School. I mean, they might have lost 5. They might have lost 5 games total. As a senior year, he had the best team ever.
Plus his senior year, if John Kolakova doesn't get injured, going down the stretch of the game,
cramped up,
and they played the eventual state. The team that beat them won the state championship.
2 years in a row, they couldn't get by Reedy. Couldn't get by Reedy. But I played golf with Johnny Kolakova. Gary Repella was lucky enough to, was nice enough to let me in the group. You know what I mean? The big man runs it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I was talking to Johnny Kolakova, and he told me, he said, listen, he goes, I come to Steubenville Central to win the state basketball championship.
That's right.
He told me that. I learned a lot about Johnny Kolikovo in the last 2 years.
Where was he at prior to coming to Central?
He was in Wintersville.
Oh,
He was a Blessed Sacrament boy.
He was on his way to Wintersville. Hey, plus let's not forget Artie Gilmore on
God rest his soul.
In my real good friend Dave Slomsky was
Big Slomsky. He was the man. Dave Slomsky. I mean, don't let anybody tell you my man could light it up. The big Slomskys.
Went to VMI.
He could do nothing but shoot it.
And when he was down at VMI, that's when they made those great runs in the NCAA tournament, getting to the Sweet 16.
Absolutely. All right, man, we're going to take our second break here. Everything we're doing here pregame is brought to you by Berryman Chemicals. They get a lot out of their money, don't they, Danny? We'll be right back with the starting lineups. We'll see you in a few, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.
take calls like Texas Hold'em, you have to check out the Black Social Poker Club located at 101st Street, Ohio. Every Saturday, tournament starts at 6 p.m. $25 entries, team draw 34 entries, receive $10,000 in chips, and tournament starts at 8 p.m. On Friday, round 4 hours no limit, set the phone with cash game, and on Sunday, round 4 hours $140 for winning, $100,000 in chips. Every Saturday, round take a round trip to 3,000. For 10 questions, call 1-800-314-559-9954. It's the National Fashion.
Why pay high vision center costs? Shop Ace Optical in downtown Steubenville. Just bring in your prescription and save.
Ace Optical, we've got your look. The meaning of cleaning, there's one name you gotta know. Apollo Pro Cleaning. Clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
His shoulders, man. But you know what? You know what the sad part about that is? You know what the sad part about that is? That's the way Central works. And if you say that, they get all offended, man. But you know, it's how you do things here. Should I do the sponsors again or no? Just want to do the special sponsors.
Not yet.
About 15 minutes.
We're going to do an intermission. We're going to let it run for a while.
All right, so I could go pee?
Yeah.
Live from Tolbert Gymnasium, Martins Ferry High School. It's the High Valley Sports Online bringing you high school basketball. Tonight, the visiting Steubenville Big Reds, Mike Haney, coming in, I think, about 9-11 against the homestanding Martins Ferry Purple Riders of Derek Edwards, coming in at 17-2. Tonight's game sponsored especially VIP sponsors Thrifty Car Rental. Go see Clyde and Kelly Larson right there on Sunset Boulevard, as well as Napa Auto Care in Wintersville. Tell them you heard their ad on the High Valley Sports Online. Hertz Thrifty Car Rental. Thank you for the ride today, Clyde and Kelly. Other sponsors tonight are Capital Recovery Systems, Edge Sports, Franciscan University, Best Western, Sickles Law Offices, Hood's Pharmacy, PR Landscaping, Mosty Funeral Home, IBEW, Local 246, J.E. Foster Funeral Home, J.C. Pest Control, AT&T on Sunset, Wintersville Trophy Shop, Steve's Fish and Chips, Attorney Adam Martello, Marcino Enterprises, Hauser's Furniture, Valley Converting, Josephine's Carryout in Mingo Junction, Trinity Health Systems, Blakemore Insurance, Fort Steuben Maintenance, M&M Hardware, Anthony Mining, Bennigan's, Apollo Restoration, Isla Law Offices, Burt's Hot Dogs, Dr. John Figgle, Berryman Chemicals, Ohio Motor Group, Spuds Parkview Inn, Naples Spaghetti House, Target Shop, Hummel Construction, Soft Type Federal Credit Union, National Colloid Company, Black River Logistics, TS Electric, Lancia Villa Royale, Bradley Lawnscape, Everhard Bow Funeral Home, Viking Poker Social Club, Swearin' Jim Bat Company, Economy Lawn Care, and Main Street Bank. Thank you for listening, everybody. We'll welcome you in here and what we hope to be a good ball game here. A lot of tradition. We talked about it earlier with Gary Repella, speaking for our buddy Jason Jenkins, who couldn't make it tonight. He had to work. Some guys got to work for a living. Jimmy Mack Wilson, Ray Suckoch, and Danny Vogel running it all, as well as our eye in the sky, James Jagger Huggins. Welcome back. Good to see you, Jimmy Mack. Good to work with you, brother.
What's up, my brother Ray?
My old point guard, Jimmy Mack. He couldn't score, but he could play D and make free throws.
That's what he says. But
Jimmy,
anyway,
good Martins Ferry team tonight. Big Red got a big challenge.
a very good Martins Ferry team. 17-2. We talked to Coach Edwards before the game, pregame. He said that his only two losses was the Harrison and Lindsley, and Lindsley's a very good team. Also, Harrison, they may have had a couple growing pains because they switched coaches this year, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I think, what was his name? Clifford went into education role.
Ryan Clifford went to administration in
role.
St. Clairsville.
So he's no longer the head coach there.
Aaron Foldy doing a nice job at Harrison. I got a chance to see Aaron Foldy with his Harrison Central team, who did beat Martins Ferry, as well as our other Paisano, Anthony Santangelo from Weir High. So good young coaches, and I tried to impress that as far as Derek Edwards. And Martins Ferry is going to start tonight, senior, number 21, a 5'9" guard, Gage O'Connell. The scorer for him, who's going to probably play some college basketball somewhere, senior, number 1, 6-foot guard, Denali Jackson. Jimmy, he can play.
Yeah, that's what the word is. I was talking to Coach Haney before the game, and he said one thing he stressed to them guys is try to keep him out of the paint because they know he can score. They just want to back off of him, make him shoot. But if he gets hot, we got to get up. They have to get up on him too. They got to make it difficult for him.
They're going to have to get back on defense, Jimmy. That's for sure. They're going to finish the lineup with junior number 11 guard Mason Redinger. Then the big sophomore, number 5, 6'5", forward, Alex Reese. Got to see him play against Bel Air. He's got a world of potential. Let's see how far he's come in the past month, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm just.
And then Tavon Williams, the sophomore guard, 5'11", is going to round out the 17-2 Purple Rider lineups.
Yeah, they was talking about Alex Reese, the 6'5" sophomore, and he's got the bloodlines. You know, he's related to the Agnews from down here.
Oh, that's a strong family there, right there.
And they're very athletic and they're tall. And, you know, they're gifted, tall people. And I played a few games against them. The uncles or one of their cousins.
Stacy, I remember Stacy with the Buckeye, I believe.
Yep, he was 6'7", 6'8". We played against him in the arena, and they were always a tough challenge because of his height. You know, I tell my wife and my grandson, there's two things you can't teach. You can't teach height and you can't teach speed. You can get quicker and you get faster, but you either have it or you don't.
Absolutely. You know, that's given from the man up above. Big Reds, I believe they're 9-11. I know they've won 3 in a row. Had a chance to talk to Coach Haney before the game. Shortened up his lineup a little bit. Different guys getting different minutes. Keith Lewis playing very well for him. And Peyton Hill's putting in some double-doubles, so Peyton got a chance. So we're going to start with number 3, Peyton Hill, 6'3" guard, senior. Going to come with Kaijon Hopkins, the 6-foot forward, another senior. Quick to the ball, Jimmy Kaijon is. I'd like to see him score the ball a little bit more, but he rebounds and runs the floor.
Yeah, he's an athlete. He's one of your lunch pail guys. He does all the dirty work. He does all the dirty work.
Let's round out the lineup with 5'10" guard junior who's playing well lately, Keith Lewis. He'll have a big test tonight. Going to be interesting to see who Big Red matches up on Jackson. Then the streaky shooter, Ty Pierce, senior guard, 5'8" guard, plays good defense, Jimmy, and if he gets hot, he can hit 3, 4, 5 3-pointers and really, really make things interesting for Big Red, because Big Red is going to have to score, Jimmy.
Yeah, they can't just relax on going through 4 and 5 minute stretches without putting the basketball in the hoop.
Absolutely. And then rounding out the line will be the 6'3" senior, number 42, Frankie Vostatek, who playing in the middle. And will have to do a good job tonight of boxing out.
Yeah, he's going to have his work cut out for him.
So we got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go before tip-off. We're going to take a break. We give you the starting lineups. We'll be right back for the national anthem and for some further comments on the game. It's the High Valley Sports Online, bringing you high school basketball.
Bert's Hot Dog Shop. Here's the who, what, where, when, and why about Bert's.
Where?
Route 18, just outside Burgettstown.
When?
When you want the very best hot dog you've ever tasted.
Why?
Because it's Bert's passion to create the best hot dog, to create fresh homemade chili sauce for your chili dog each and every day.
How?
Oh, that's simple. It's a foot-long with or without chili. It's a hot dog with or without the fixins. It's how you love your hot dog. Bert knows. Bert knows how. Bert knows hot dogs. Route 18. See you there, dog.
Edge Basketball is excited to be celebrating our 8th year of ministry in our community. The Edge program is comprised of 360 kids, boys and girls, grades 1 through 6 from our tri-state area. The mission of our league is to build Christian values through competitive sports. We want our kids to compete, but we want them to do so with the utmost Christian character. We're so thankful for everyone who has supported our league. God bless you.
The Target Shop has all your fall sports needs. Shop local and get all your school spirit gear, fan wear, and everyday apparel. Support your locally owned Target Shop. The Target Shop offers new designs weekly. Stop in soon.
Attorney Adam Martello is your one call for DUI defense, probate, and estate planning. He also can provide real estate expertise plus general civil litigation. Call Attorney Adam Martello today at 740-317-0193. The Martello Law Office is located on Fernwood Road in Wintersville. Attorney Adam Martello is your one call for legal assistance. 740-317-0193.
This is Ohio Valley Sports Online, your connection to Ohio Valley sports. Listen anywhere in the world from any connected device, smartphone, tablets, iPads, and computers. Ohio Valley Sports Online brings you live game action from the guys with over 50 years in radio sports broadcasting.
Officials assigned this game have met extensive requirements set by the Ohio Valley Athletic Association and have been approved by most schools.
Okay, we're back here at Tolbert Gymnasium getting ready for the Ohio Motor Group opening tip between Martins Ferry and the visiting Big Red. Tonight's official is going to be Kelly Fitzsimmons, Donnie Geffen, and Glenn Perdue.
One of your old ex-athletes at Grant.
Grant Tiger.
Grant Tiger,
tight end, defensive end. And played in the pivot.
Then he defected to Al Wintersville after that.
Did it fall down, Mike? All right, man, we got to fix our sign here. Getting knocked down.
Number 3, Peyton Hill. Number 10, Kyron Hopkins. Number 12, Keith Lewis.
Big Red opening lineup here. Peyton Hill, Keith Lewis, Ty Pierce, Hopkins, and Vostatek. Ferry, they're going to turn the lights down here. Jimmy, nice atmosphere, big game. You know, test your mettle right before going in the tournament.
Right now. And that's what Coach Edwards said. He says, we scheduled this game on purpose to see where we stand.
Well, they're going, hey, when you're 17-2, Jimmy, you could do whatever you want. So
you're playing pretty good.
As our fans can see, hopefully, lights off, strobe light going, and here comes the lineup for the 17-2 Martins Ferry.
Senior number 1, Denali Jackson.
Gage O'Connell,
Also at guard,
Denali Jackson.
sophomore number 14,
Devin Williams, number 14, the sophomore. Redinger, and then the big guy, Alex Reese, the sophomore. Going to be interesting, Jimmy, to see how Big Red plays it. Coach Haney said they're going to mix it up, man and zone.
They're going to have to.
You know, I like the fact, I just seen, when I saw them play Bel Air, my goodness gracious, they was beating Bel Air. It was a very quick team. They was beating Bel Air back up and down the court. So that's going to be the number one test for Big Red, is to get back and play defense.
Well, that's going to be the key, Coach. If they get back and they get down and play defense, good hard-nosed man-to-man defense, that's what win games.
Okay, we're seconds away from the Ohio Motor Group opening tip. Ohio Motor Group, 2 locations. One in Bridgeport, one in Steubenville. Kelly Fitzsimmons is going to throw it up, and we're getting ready to play. Big Red loses the tip. Going to set Jackson with the ball out front, guarded by Lewis. That's his game. Penetrating kick, ball going to be short.
Terribly short.
They're off. Peyton Hill with the rebound and the push. Oh, lost it to Hopkins. He gets a charge. That's Peyton's first foul.
And that's the thing, I had talked with Coach Haney off the air. I said, hey, the players got to play with a little bit more under control.
Absolutely. It's good. Jimmy, it's called, we used to call it as controlled hysteria. Yep. You know what I mean? You got to play fast, but you got to be under control. Hopkins, Jackson, penetrate, dish again. Ball goes inside. Big Red causes a second turnover. 2 possessions for Ferry, 2 turnovers. Lewis misses the layup. Rebound Ferry. There's Jackson, can't stop him forever. 3rd penetration. That time he kept it, didn't dish. He gets the bucket. 2 turnovers apiece. Peyton Hill looking for a shot, nothing. Keith Lewis. Vostatek out front. Ty Pierce. Big Red showing patience. Not a bad idea. We're going to reset. Peyton Hill got a crazy bone hit, looks like.
And I don't see the trainer that we normally have with us.
Yeah, Sammy Pater's not here. Might have jammed it. We got a sub in the game. Cole Bowers going to play the game, freshman.
Yeah, it sounds like that's what he did, Coach.
Yeah, that's what I thought whenever that happened. Inside the Hopkins, that's a push.
From behind. On number 11. Who's that on? Redinger.
Redinger got one. Peyton Hill back in the game for Cole Bowers. We thought he hit his crazy bone. He verified it here. We're sitting courtside, right next to the Big Red bench. Danny Vogel does nothing but get the best seats. That's the respect that he's owed. Peyton Hill, 3-ball corner, good.
Goes back in and strokes a 3.
Well, Jimmy, that's
what you expect, though, from
absolutely,
the
absolutely. Got to hit the for Big Red to compete. Peyton Hill and Keith Lewis got to score from the perimeter.
A nice play out of bounds too, there, Coach.
Charlie Watts corner. That's it.
Great.
Charlie Watts, number 1. Peyton Hill on the steal. This is what I'm talking about, Jimmy. What we talked about in pregame. Peyton Hill has the capabilities to do so much more than score.
Oh, he can determine the outcome of a game with his length. Absolutely, on offense and defense. But the effort's got to be there. The effort's got to be there. He's got to understand.
Looks like Big Red 2-3 zone here. Jackson out front. They're running the baseline. Pierce going to just man up out here. Inside the Reese. Pierce doubles down. Nice.
That's on the other side.
Good hustle. 3-ball, bang. There you go, man. Gage O'Connell, 3-ball outside. Big Red on the attack. Right back, Keith Lewis. Off the Hopkins screen. To Vostatek. Trying to do something here on the perimeter. Hand off to Pierce. To Hopkins. To Peyton Hill. 3-ball again. Long. Nice strong rebound by Redinger. Off to Jackson on the push. Stop it up there in the 2-3. 2-3. Move Peyton out on the perimeter, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Get a higher look on the 3-ball.
Get them arms out. Don't reach. Oh, see, there's the steal. There you go. That's just what you're talking about. He throws it down, Ray.
Threw it down,
with the slam.
That was impressive.
Steal and a slam there for Peyton Hill.
Peyton Hill, quick start after getting his funny bone hit. But, Jimmy, that's what we're talking about. He's already got 2 steals, Jimmy.
Yes, he has.
And a rebound. Peyton Hill can affect the game. He just got to play 4 quarters. Pierce, nice Big Red 2-3 zone. Long rebound, Vostatek to Lewis, left side break. Keith Lewis, I like that right there on the tape.
Nice
good
take.
bucket. Keith Lewis looked good there. I like him. His game's improved immensely.
And the thing he did, Ray, on that take is even though the big man was coming over, he shielded him with his body to go high off the glass for 2.
Noogie Kernahan getting ready to check in. Noogie's played himself into more playing time. Reese, nice layup on the baseline. Beat Hopkins.
Nice setup.
Kernahan getting ready to check in. Really played himself into this 6-man role. First guy off the bench during this Big Reds winning streak. Lewis on the perimeter. Inside to Hopkins. Turnaround blocked.
Nice. Number 11. He is
Redinger.
active. He is active, Ray.
Redinger rebounds. Kernahan going to replace Vostatek. Martin's Ferry counters. Anthony Booth, the freshman. Anthony Booth comes in the game, the freshman, so Ferry's going young. Derek Edwards got some talent going through the program.
Yes, they do.
Lewis going to bounce it to Pierce. Kajon Hopkins trying to make something happen inside to Kernahan. Nothing. Kernahan got to make that. Blowed the bunny.
And we get a foul.
For Bowers.
We get a foul on the back. Hopkins. That was a great penetration and pass there by
absolutely.
Keith Lewis.
Kept his head up,
Yes,
saw
he
it, didn't
did.
make his mind up too soon. Got Bowers in for Pierce. Jackson working baseline
Nice pass.
right there in the middle. Knight kept his head up, missed the layup.
That's a
Peyton
nice
Hill.
job passing that ball.
Absolutely. Jackson penetrating every time. That time Redinger misses the layup. So both teams, Keith Lewis 3-ball.
Wow.
Bang!
Nothing but net.
Absolutely. Really picked up his game offensively during this winning streak. Jackson pressuring him out front again. And Redinger, high-low game to
nice.
Reese. Nice job.
Nice
Good
grab.
hand.
Nice seal there.
I'll tell you, it was beautiful, beautiful footwork by the big man inside. Ivan Bugg set to check in for Big Red. Lewis again on the take. Nothing. Hopkins strong.
yes.
Rebound good. Nice putback by Hopkins off the Lewis miss.
He got a little wild there, Ray.
12-9 Big Red. 2 minutes, 11 seconds to go.
And now they're back in the man.
Reese high post. Blowed the bunny.
Another rebound by Peyton.
Peyton Hill rebound
go.
out to Lewis. Lewis pulls it out, resets to Peyton Hill.
Oh, that's a foul.
Got a foul called on
Denali
Jackson.
It's
Push
his
Peyton
first.
Hill in the drive. Donnie Giffen, veteran referee, veteran. Making the call. Veteran crew on the game tonight.
Yeah, they do. They do have a veteran crew.
Inbounds play to Peyton Hill, 15-footer, no good. Kernahan, no good.
Rebound by
Jackson
Jackson.
pushing down to the freshman. Peyton Hill blocks it. He affects it in so many ways, Jimmy. That's what I'm talking
he's long.
about. That's 2 steals and a block for Peyton Hill. Slow approach here. Big Red taking their time, trying to get the ball.
Oh,
Jackson picked
ripped him.
Peyton Hill a little bit too casual with the basketball. Nice take, my
nice
goodness.
take.
And a foul. Oh, he went to work right
Yes,
there. That
he
was
did.
beautiful.
Gorgeous move.
Absolutely. Jackson broke down the defense with his dribble, which he does. That's his game.
Yeah, they just
and then
got
when you play off of him, he's going to shoot the jumper. A lot of schools giving him a look.
I can see why.
I'm pulling for Franciscan. My buddy Joe Wallace. Ivan Buggs in the game to Bowers. Bowers baseline drive. Knocked away. Kernahan saves it. Bowers throws it away. Jackson spin dribble inside. Nothing. Rebound Bowers. Up to Peyton. Got it again.
Another dunk. Another flush by Peyton.
50 seconds to go. Big Red 14-12.
Good rebound and
Sideline
outlet.
break. Yes, sir, Jimmy.
Good rebound outlet by
Reese working on Buggs.
Oh, nice take.
And he
Wow.
gets it. Wow.
Big man.
Hey, that's all he could do.
Big man.
Yes, sir. It's a big man's rule, man. Hey.
Ray,
Ivan Buggs was right there.
it's a lost art in this new basketball. Everybody plays the game from 19 and 22 feet out. Nope, the big mans don't post up anymore. That was a
Reese,
great post move.
Reese don't do that. Reese, big, strong guy inside. Makes it, converts the old-fashioned 3. Just like that, the Riders are up. 15-14 Bowers. Lewis 3-ball.
It looks
no
long.
good. Up over the basket. Kernahan and Peyton both going. Ty Pierce going to come in for Peyton.
That's a good move.
33 seconds to
left.
go. Big Red down by 1. All right, here we go. Big Red's going to finish with a man-to-man, Jimmy. Lewis on Jackson. Reese guarded by Buggs. Man-to-man. Lewis stays on Jackson. He wants the challenge. Jackson getting ready to go to work. Bugs there to help. Kernahan recovers. Good rotation for Big Red, but they could do nothing about it.
Don't matter.
Jackson and Reese ran a two-man game. Bowers trying to counter. Does. It's a way to finish a quarter, recover at the end of one. Riders 18-17 over Big Red. High Valley Sports Online, your sports authority. We'll be right back.
Pierce Media is a proud sponsor of this program. Pierce Media offers video production as well as advertising and marketing services. They help advertise to those who are looking for what you do. Call to see what they can help you do. 740-632-2800 for Pierce Media, or look them up on Facebook.
The Target Shop has all your fall sports needs. Shop local and get all your school spirit gear, fan wear, and everyday apparel. Support your locally owned Target Shop. The Target Shop offers new designs weekly. Stop in soon.
When you need electrical work for your home or business, you need it done right the first time. The IBEW provides professional electrical contractors and tradesmen that undergo extensive training and apprenticeships to ensure the best service and safety for your electrical needs. Our quality jobs in the community fuel our economy with quality workmanship. We're your International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, and we are trained to electrify.
All right, we're back here at Tolbert Gymnasium, Martins Ferry. High Valley Sports Online, Jimmy Mack Wilson.
So Ray, the players we highlighted before the game are so far the early stars.
Absolutely.
Alex Reese got 10 in the quarter, and Ollie Jackson has 5 and a couple assists and a couple of steals. Peyton Hill has 7, and Keith Lewis has 5.
That first quarter was brought to you by Franciscan University. This second quarter is brought to you by Ed Sports. Reverend Jason Elliott. Peyton Hill 3-ball, no good, short. Rebound Lewis, kicks it back out to Bugs. Bugs, wow, Reese said not tonight.
No, get that out of here.
Reese said not tonight. So we don't win the 50-50. She was probably very, very... That was a mental mistake right there. It cost Big Red the basketball.
That goes under a team turnover, but that was pretty bad.
All right, Jimmy, how we looking statistically? Who's rebounding that half, that first
Peyton
quarter?
had 3. Peyton Hill had led everybody with 3 rebounds.
3 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Wow.
Reese is tough, man.
This Reese, I mean, Big Red's all over the guy, and he's going up and over people. 2017 Martins Ferry. Everything that we thought. You got to be careful with these passes. Got to have sharp passes, Jimmy.
Yes, you do.
Lazy passes are going to get picked off at both ends. Cole Bowers, Lewis on the point, trying to make something work. Being guarded by the sophomore, Williams. Reese checks out.
Nice step
Ivan
out.
Buggs skips it to Bowers. That's what he got to do. He's got to shoot balls long.
Nice rebound by Jackson.
Yeah. He's going to push. Rebound and push. Inside. Nice look. Ivan Buggs dives. Got a timeout red. That timeout's brought to you by Hood's Pharmacy. Hood's Pharmacy, locally owned in Fallsby, West Virginia. Got a timeout. We'll be right back.
At Mosty Funeral Home, we take great pride in caring for our families, and will work tirelessly to provide you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. In addition to the services we offer, you will receive an online memorial that you can share with family and friends. While honoring your loved one is our top priority, we also want to help you through this difficult time. We have a wide range of resources to support you not only today, but in the weeks and months to come. Mosty Funeral Home is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Okay, we're back here. Big Red got the timeout. Jimmy Jackson rebounds the ball, pushes it on himself.
It's a tough combination to guard, Ray.
And an outstanding entry pass inside that Bugs was playing 2 guys. And he did a heck of a job just getting the tie up in the timeout.
Redinger just didn't handle it because it was a great look.
Phaeton Hill 3-ball long.
That's out.
Bigger just a little bit long on their shots tonight. 6:30 to go, just underway in the second quarter.
And
see if Big Red changes defenses
and
again.
And that coach, that shot there, coach, I think they can get that anytime. You know, there's no rush in that. They should have reset that, let him get somewhere where he can get his feet set.
Okay, Ferry holding the ball, seeing what Big Red's in.
They're in the man. They're
trying. Well, I think they're in the triangle and two. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
they are. That little triangle and two going.
And he's still going up.
Good help. Good help. Good take by the sophomore, Williams. They had a triangle and two here. They defended Reese real well. Williams got the drive. Lewis on the take. Good. Main Street out of town scoreboard after one quarter. Catholic Central 9-1. Over Buckeye Local. Jackson on the take, goes all the way through, kicks out. Gage O'Connell, short, gets a left-handed tip, nothing. Reese, monster rebound, short. Jackson rebound, blocked from behind, Hopkins. Boy, Martins Ferry was all over the boards.
Yes, they were.
Recover, good hands. Good hands, my goodness. Cole Bowers. What an effort he's having.
He's in there fighting.
Freshman Cole Bowers playing well. I like it. Martins Ferry at one end controlled the boards, got 3 shots, Jimmy.
Yes, they did.
Finally, Hopkins got a block to get it out of there. And down at this end, Cole Bowers at the foul line after 2 rebounds. Kernahan in for Bugs. Cole Bowers got to make that foul shot, Cole.
First one.
He's too good of a shooter to miss foul shots.
He missed both. That's where he's dangerous, right?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
He got the long.
Jackson on the break.
Jackson gets the long rebound and then the assist. He just set that man up. He had him on skates the whole time. That should have been a foul. And a great shot by Phaeton Hill.
Phaeton
playing
Hill,
through
good
traffic.
body control. Yes, he did.
Playing through contact.
24-21 Ferry.
Nice. And there's a
steal. There's a steal by Hill. Going to take Redinger to the hole. Gets it. Misses it. Bowers misses. Bowers on the board. I mean, Bowers got to have three rebounds in the last 2 possessions.
I got him for 3 rebounds. 3 offensive rebounds.
Unable to get the putback, though. Make these foul shots. 24-21 Ferry. Bowers, good.
Good stroke there.
This Bowers boy got a bright future. Good athlete for Steubenville Big Red.
He looks like
freshman. Football, basketball, baseball. Gotta love him. My favorite athletes are multi-sport athletes. Bowers makes them both. Ty Pierce coming in, going to replace Bowers. Good couple minutes by my man Cole. The best scorekeeper in Edge Sports.
Yes, he is. He does do a good job for the kids down there. Good.
Keith Lewis, nice defense. Phaeton Hill with the steal. He picked it. My goodness gracious. My goodness.
His third dunk.
Phaeton Hill puts a long pass. Lays it back in. Reese Cherry picked him there and got the layup.
Yes, he did. But guess who saw him? Guess who saw him?
26-25 Jackson. Phaeton Hill long 3, no good.
And there's your man.
Hopkins up quick.
Oh, great block by the freshman.
By the freshman. Yes, sir, Jimmy. Keith Lewis recovers.
Redinger on the rebound.
Yeah, Redinger rebound. Kernahan battling, got knocked down. Long ball, Redinger, no good. Bounced around, Phaeton Hill rebound. On the break, 3:18.
He's actually doing it all tonight.
Sure is, having a great first
he's
half.
got a look.
There's a foul on Reese. Going to get 2. Call possession.
Coach
Coach
Haney's
Haney
asking
wants
for
shooting. Calls possession underneath. Big Red Kernahan going to take it out. Big Red baseline set, 4 across. Out to Lewis. Lewis guarded by Redinger. Back to Fay Hilton.
No.
Peyton Hill. 3 ball, no good. Reese rebound.
He was fading on that one.
Got to go straight up.
Yes, you do.
Pierce
He
defense.
looks a little tired.
Bauer's going to check back in. Wide open. No good. Don't save it under their basket. He does.
Nice.
Turn
move.
around.
Wow.
Reese
Great move.
gets hammered. Good spin dribble. Big Red having a tough time with him tonight. He's so much bigger than everybody. 6'5". Big Red got Peyton Hill 6'3".
And his 6'5" is an athletic 6'5".
We got a timeout. Timeout brought to you by PR Landscaping. PR Landscaping. Call Phil Rook. We'll be right back.
PR Landscaping. We have been serving the Ohio Valley since 1987. Specializing in custom landscape design and project installation, we use only the best quality materials and the latest installation techniques to ensure your project will provide years of beauty and enjoyment. Can't wait for summer? Start planning your backyard features with one of our expert landscape designers. Our 3D videos make your outdoor space come to life. Brick patio, seat walls, hot tub, fire pit, what else is on the wish list? Call now. 740-264-7627 or look us up on Facebook. PR Landscaping is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Okay, we're back here at Tolbert Gymnasium. Want to take this time to say happy Valentine's Day to all the Valentines out there. Everybody, I hope you guys are like me and sent your favorite Valentine flowers. That's what I do. That's how I roll.
That's how I roll, too.
Carly hit me for a lot of years, man. Carly hit me for a lot of years.
To my girls, my lovely wife, Lisa Taggs Wilson, and my beautiful daughter, Chelsea Wilson.
Oh, absolutely.
And my awesome mom, Joanne Stiles.
Want to wish your mother well, man. I hope she's feeling okay, Jimmy.
Yep. Thank you, brother.
We got Keith Lewis, Big Red, back in action here. 27-25. Ferry, 2:29 to go. Pierce, long ball. Could really use him getting hot.
They could.
Hopkins rebound.
He's a hustler.
Take. Nothing. Back out to Keith Lewis. Big Red patient. 2:17 to
run
go.
it again. Oh,
Wasn't
boy.
set.
Nope.
Wasn't set on that. Big Red got to get back, play defense, Jimmy.
That Booth, man, he's another one, Ray. That freshman.
Absolutely.
He's
a lot
got
of
some
talent.
springs, man. He got some springs.
Inside the Reese.
Nice help.
Nice help. Ty Pierce. Weak side help. Ty Pierce on the take. Throws it out. Penetrated too much, Jimmy.
Yes, he did.
Too close to the basket.
The spacing was too close.
Absolutely, man.
Spacing. They were too close together for that.
I mean, he got to take the ball to the hole there and shoot
split
it.
him. Split him.
Or give it up to Cole earlier. Big Red playing defense here now. Gage O'Connell runs the set. The freshman, Anthony Booth. Ball tipped and stolen. Big Red playing well defensively. Lewis, layup. Tie game, minute 30. Big Red forcing a lot of turnovers, Jimmy.
Great defense there.
That's 6 steals by Steubenville.
He didn't
Big
see
Red.
that one.
Got him at 6 steals, Jimmy. Up high to Reese. He gets hammered. A foul on Kernahan. Donnie Kiffin right on the call. Right on the call.
Good call.
All's good, man. Life is good, Donnie Giffen. He handed out technical fouls like they was candy, Jimmy.
You probably earned them. You probably earned a few. You said some of the nicest things to some of the refs back then.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can remember being on your staff.
It's all good, man. Life is good. Be on the other side of the storm, Jimmy. Reese. Reese puts him up 29-27. Kajon Hopkins on the take, shoots that, gets a foul.
12.
Will be on
Booth was just a little over exuberant there. Yep.
Booth, Kajon, not a real good foul shooter, but we can use these now. Boy, Kajon jumps quick, man.
I told
getting
you,
ready to enter.
he's one of your lunch pail guys, man. He just gives extra effort all the
sure
time.
does,
He's
man.
a hustler. He does all the dirty
Oh,
work.
bingo. There you
Nice.
go, man.
Nice.
That's a boy to go. That's why I said that.
Ray, I just
Hopkins
wanted
makes the first.
to give you a little shout out on Cole Bowers. You was talking about Cole. He plays soccer for his dad. My man Jason was giving me a little help on that one because Cole is a great soccer player as well as the kicker. Correct?
You know what, Jimmy? He could end up with, with a bunch of letters.
Yes, he could. Well-rounded.
He gets all that talent from his mother, Melissa. Melissa Bowers, high-scoring guard, I believe from River. Down there, Powhatan Point.
Mistovic. She's a Mistovic.
Mistovic, big Serbian girl. Vostatek on the defense. Big Red mixing it up here. 3-ball.
Wow.
Mason Rediger. 32-29, 39 seconds. Big Red trying to hang tough. Throws it away. Don't need that turnover. A little too fancy.
Too fancy.
A little bit too. Weren't on the same page. I think Phaeton was expecting Vostatek to cut to the basket. Vostatek was fading. Cole Bowers out on the point. Reese, 3-ball. In and out. Way high. Kernahan fighting and controls it. Noogie Kernahan. That's what I want to see, Noogie.
Good job. Nice
Good strong rebound by Kernahan. On the break to Bowers.
Nice
it. Cole Bowers. Playing well. Cole can score.
No freshman there.
There you go. A halftime. Good first half.
Wow.
32-31. Martins Ferry. We'll be right back. Halftime being brought to you by Berryman Chemicals. We'll be right back.
Ohio Motor Group has 3 locations, Steubenville, Bridgeport, and St. Clairsville. Let Ohio Motor Group show you how easy it is to buy a quality used car. They believe in fair pricing, superior service, and treating every customer right. Their friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you find a car that is fit for your budget. Ohio Motor Group, with 3 locations to serve you. Check them out right now, ohiomotorgroup.com. Find your next ride.
Enjoy going to a place where it seems everyone knows your name? We all do. That's why you and your friends will fit right in at the Parkview Inn located in Mingo Junction. The Parkview Inn is home to the coldest beer in town. Looking to catch the game? The Parkview has multiple big screens to catch all the sports action. Located in the heart of downtown, the Parkview Inn has been a Mingo tradition for decades. At the Parkview Inn, you may walk in as a stranger, but you will leave as a friend.
At Softite Community Federal Credit Union, you are part of a family. Softite is special because they give members an opportunity to own the financial institution where they do their saving and borrowing. At Softite, they often charge less for loans and pay more for savings than other types of financial institutions. Softite is convenient. They're also a not-for-profit institution. All income, after meeting expenses and reserve needs, is distributed to you, the members, in the form of dividends on savings, competitive loan rates, and improved services. Softites give members a chance to participate in decision-making, something that no other financial institution offers. At Softite Community Federal Credit Union, you are family.
All right, High Valley Sports Online, all halftime interviews brought to you by Berryman Chemical. Got a good friend of the High Valley Sports Online here with us tonight. Our favorite college coach, Coach Joe Wallace. Coach, thanks for coming by. Great to see you out.
I appreciate you guys having me here. As always, it's great to see your guys' faces out. We just finished our home stretch together, but it's good to be together with you guys again tonight.
Absolutely.
We got a great game.
Great game. Love what they're doing. I mean, both teams missing a lot of layups. I think there should have been more scoring, but a lot of talent out on that floor.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and this is the game. This is how Big Red needs it to be done right now. They need to. Their defense needs to turn into offense, which they've done there at the end of the half, and having a couple pieces out there with foul trouble for Ferry. But and they've been playing well recently. You know,
how many high school games you get to see, Coach? Good to see you out, seeing the young talent. How many games you get to see?
We're usually somewhere Tuesdays and Friday nights. Yeah, because we play Wednesday, Saturday, so it usually allows for our schedule to get out. And been down here a few times this year. Been at down at Big Red. Then we're kind of out into Western PA a lot too. But we like I like to be spending my time in this area a lot, making sure we're on the right guys around here.
Absolutely. I think that's something that Franciscan, me and you talk about a long time. There's some nice talent.
There is.
You can
there
pick
sure
and
is.
choose down here.
Well, I got my Valentine's Day with me, Josh Zimmerman tonight.
Yeah, that's my little cousin. I see Josh there.
So
Good
we get
boy.
to spend
Good
some
young
time
man.
together. And
Good
we
young man.
got a big road game tomorrow with Waynesburg, which I think we have a great opportunity to get another win here as we close the season off. But he's gonna have to play really well tomorrow night, and he knows what's expected. Yeah.
Josh, a graduate of Steubenville High School, coming out helping Coach Wallace being seen. Josh has had a pretty good year. I still think that his best basketball is in front of him.
It sure is.
He's going to get better, but Coach, you got to do something. I said it on the air. I can't humiliate him again.
Well, I'm looking at him right now.
You got to buy him a pair of basketball shoes, Coach. I mean, come on.
You know how that is.
I mean, he looks like he's wearing his dad's slippers all the time. What's up with that? Man? What's up with him, man?
I hope Bootsy's hearing that. Bootsy, I hope you hear that.
Yeah, that's like the thing. They think
buy your man a pair of
I know,
jeans.
man. They wear these shoes. They want to look cool nowadays. And it's like, come on, man. It's
like
competition.
He looks like Ronaldo's suck arch.
So what do you guys think for the second half of this game?
I really like the way it's going. I mean, I'm impressed with Jackson from Ferry.
Yeah.
And this Reese is
Reese.
just a beast.
I know I'm not supposed to comment too much on these kids, but I can talk a little about the game.
But in reality, I mean, Big Red, Peyton Hill.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Mike were talking about it before the game. I mean, Peyton Hill can affect the game in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I don't know if he understands that. I mean, because he's got 4 steals tonight. He's got
rebounds.
four rebounds, at least,
couple assists.
and a couple of 3 balls. I mean, with 3 or 4 dunks. I mean, So I like what Big Red's doing. And Big Red been a down year for Big Red. I mean, Mike Haney ain't looking for no pity. I mean, I've been there. I've done that.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Nobody feels sorry for you, but Big Red's on a little roll.
They are right now.
And they got a little bit of talent coming. So it'd be interesting to see the second half here.
I know it's going to be a good one, yeah. And then you talked about, with Jackson. I mean, having him out there he was a second foul and on the bench, but I think he can change the complexion of his game for sure.
He sees it all. He's like having a coach on the floor.
Yeah, he really.
And he gets rebounds. He pushes the ball. He draws guys to him. He's really a great point guard because being unselfish.
He really is.
Because you can see he can score.
Yeah.
But when you have a kid as talented as that Alex Reese in there, I mean, he's dominating too. I mean, Big Red's throwing everything at him.
Yeah, that kid's got a great future.
He's throwing everything at him.
Yeah, he does.
They've had a box and one. They've been in the 2-3 zone. They've been in the shell one. I mean, they're doing everything to him, and he's still got 17 points at halftime.
I know, man. He's had an impressive run
yes,
here.
He has.
What kind of stats you got there, Jimmy? Tell us a little bit about your stats.
So I got Alex Reese with 17 points, leading all scorers. He's only got a couple rebounds, but they're actually balling him up inside pretty good. Denali Jackson has 5 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a couple steals.
Yes, outstanding
playing
floor
great.
game so
playing
far.
great. Yeah. And another one is Peyton Hill we talked about before the game. Peyton Hill has 11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals, a couple turnovers mixed in there, but a couple other assists. And like you said, his points, he has 3 dunks on his breakaway. So, you don't always get a combo guard who can get a steal and lead it and go down and dunk it at not around here.
Yeah, you guys said he can affect the game in a lot of ways. And they're going to need him to the rest of this stretch run.
They are.
They really are.
And also
Coach, it drives me. I'm sorry. Go ahead, guys.
Keith Lewis is playing well too. He has 9 points, taking a couple bad shots, but his hustle. And same thing with Kaijon Hopkins. I talked about him earlier. He's your dirty guy. He gets in there. He gets all the second chance rebounds. He keeps the ball alive. He gets all these extra rebounds, and he keeps possessions alive. Yeah. Because there's no shot clock in high school.
Nope.
So you get another possession. That's huge.
It's massive.
It's huge.
massive.
So, but go ahead. I'm sorry, Coach.
No. I'm just listening to all this wisdom, man. I'm taking a lot of wisdom from my former point guard and my new point guard. You know what I mean? So it's all good. You know, both teams back on the court.
Yep.
We got Joe Wallace here. We're going to take a break, Danny, or are we going to stay here? We're going to keep on rolling with Joe Wallace. That's how we roll.
What are you doing? Why are we trying to take breaks around here? Around here? Come on.
I'm just trying to pay the bills, man. But, you know, Danny Vogel's the boss. This is Ohio Valley Sports Online, sponsored by Berryman Chemicals. We're here at the Tolbert Gymnasium. Dan Vogel's crew of Jimmy Mack Wilson. I'm Ray Suckarch, and we got the coach Joe Wallace back here. Finish up this interview. Coach, who you got this week?
So we got Waynesburg tomorrow night on the road. Feel good about the matchup tomorrow. You know, we've been playing a lot better. We've been a lot more physical and tougher in the last couple of weeks. And then we finished at Chatham on Saturday afternoon. And Chatham's an interesting matchup. They're shooting the ball well. They're tough, you know, and you got to get to disrupt them in their half-court offense. They have a lot of good shooters. So tomorrow will be good, though. Tomorrow will be a big test, you know, and we need Joshua behind us. He's going to have to pick up the load. He really does.
Well, I mean, this ain't the year that you wanted, Coach. I mean, me and you talked before the season. You know, we expected a bigger year.
We did.
I've been calling this the year from hell, but, you know, hopefully.
I'm glad you call it that because it felt like that at times. But
absolutely.
But you know what the beauty is? We've had a lot of guys have to step into roles, and the team has really had a tremendous attitude. They've worked really hard, and we've had to get a lot tougher and more physical, and we've really shown that the last few weeks. And, man, Saturday would have been very nice to kind of close that game out. But you know what? It's life. We got to move on until tomorrow night. Let's see if we can get this one.
Well, you know, that game Saturday, one thing you didn't have, which you had every year, but one thing you played through was you didn't get that scoring drought.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you fought through that.
We did.
And then you lose at the buzzer. I mean, but it was a great day for the seniors. I mean,
it was.
Your seniors had a nice year. You know, one thing that warms my heart about Franciscan University and what we're doing up there is how much the parents and grandparents appreciate our effort.
Oh, they sure do, and we
love our relationship.
Yeah, we do too, and we were so blessed to have you guys, and you guys really spruce up the game day experience up on the hill. Yep.
Well, Coach, I tell you,
we got basketball. We got basketball here.
Absolutely, coming up, Coach. I appreciate it.
Good luck the rest of the way. Thank you. Yeah,
good luck, man. Hang tough, buddy. Okay, it's Joe Wallace here on Happy Valentine's Day. Got a new addition to his family. Joseph Jude, and we're back here. We're ready to go here, third quarter. This third quarter is brought to you by Dr. John Figgle. Dr. John Figgle. Ferry trying to run some set plays. Big Red was aware. Jackson forcing himself to the hole. Nothing there. Reese real big inside. Right at the basket. In and out. Rebound Peyton Hill. Another rebound for Peyton. He's up. Sideline break to Keith Lewis. Back to Peyton. Long three ball. In and out. Reese rebound. That ball was in, Jimmy.
Yes, it was.
Jackson back on the attack. Looking to go to the hole. Goes through everybody. Gets a foul. I like Big Red's help defense there. They was in position.
Yeah, they were.
Just got a foul.
Foul, Keith Lewis.
Yeah, slide
on Keith Lewis.
To slide their feet over a little bit or take a charge. That's all they have to do is get in front. But like
Pierce had good help, though, Jimmy. Pierce had good help in front, but it was the guy from the side that what you're talking about. You got to get over and get in front. Jackson in and out, rattled around.
Well, line drive there. He needs more arc on that.
32-31, just underway, third quarter here at the Tolbert Gymnasium.
That's better.
Struck in there. Martins Ferry got to proudly put up on the wall 1,335 wins. Keith Lewis looking to drive, got the layup up and in, good. Keith Lewis really asserting himself, ties it up at 33. Jackson back, guarded by Lewis. Rediger. Reese up high. Tevin Williams, a sophomore, with the ball to Jackson. It's always going to end up with Jackson. Knocked it loose, and Pierce got it. Pierce explodes out.
Oh,
Nice layup. Wow, that was beautiful. Ty Pierce, I love what he could do for the basketball team. Come out strong.
He's another little hustler. And Big Red has one of his first lead, Ray.
Good hustle. Good hustle. Anthony Suckarts, Big Red assistant coach, seeing something, calling it out defensively. Well scouted. Big Red with the lead, 35-33. Jackson on the take. Loses the ball.
Oh, no.
In the state air. Glenn Purdue calls him there. Lucky to get away with that.
Yes, they are.
High Valley Sports Online bringing you the best in high school basketball. Got a good game on here, Jimmy, and we're proud to bring it.
Good basketball.
Absolutely.
Good basketball atmosphere here.
I want to encourage all our listeners to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's easy and it's free. HighValleySportsOnline.com. Trying to get to 2,000. Loose ball, turnover. Jackson went in too deep. Lewis on the break to take.
Oh, nice
block. Nice defense by Rediger, the junior guard. He does a lot.
Block. Yes, he's
not.
He's another one.
He's not a player that's going to catch your eye, but he's playing nice, Jimmy.
He does
a
lot
good
of
defense.
He does a lot of things for you. No, that's off.
Way off. Rebound Pierce on the weak side.
He's doing all the little things.
Yes, he is, man. I'll tell you, I like his effort, man. Going to come and help. Peyton Hill going to reset.
He's all effort, Ty Pierce.
Big Red scrapping.
He's doing a great little job out there.
Kyjon Hopkins going to bust up.
Oh, no.
No good. Reese got a piece of it.
Piece of that and the rebound.
Good defense, Jimmy. He went
Yes,
straight up, didn't foul nobody.
He didn't jump.
Sound defensively. Keith Lewis picking him up at half court. Now this will be a challenge to keep Jackson out of the paint. Good switch by Hopkins.
Wide open three. That's hard.
No good.
That's long.
Keith Lewis with the rebound and the push, Jimmy. I like it. Out to Vosatek with the reversal. Pierce, three ball. No good, hard. Lewis,
good
hustle.
Peyton
Hill.
With the rebound and the stick back.
Peyton Hill playing the game tonight.
Yes, he is.
Playing the game.
He come to play. That's usually what happens when other talent's on the floor. When you don't want to get shown up.
Rebound.
Keith Lewis again with a rebound.
Keith Lewis again. Good box out by Big Red. Knocked down. Rediger, Gage O'Connell couldn't hit that. Inside to Frankie Vosatek. Missed the layup inside. Was a beautiful play.
Yes,
Big
it
Red got
was.
it in there. Got to get back on defense. Can't leave Jackson at the trip. Well, he's going to get something there. That Euro step drives me crazy, man.
Cuckoo.
Drives me crazy. It's called a walk, I think, but LeBron
it should be for high school basketball.
LeBron turned it into something else.
It should be for high school basketball. But it's the rule. As my friend Christopher Tarquinio will say, Mac, the game has changed. It's the gather step.
Don't say
it's the gather
nothing.
step. It's the gather step.
Don't say nothing to Chris. He says, don't guess, Raymond. Don't guess. Don't guess, Raymond.
You should never have a whistle anyway, so we'll go off that.
I didn't say I was a good ref.
That's what I said. You should never have a whistle.
I was just trying to move the third and fourth grade along. Jackson up and in. 37-34. Cole Bowers. Peyton Hill, Marks Ferry switch.
No, that's too tight.
Too tight.
Too tight.
Couldn't get that. Couldn't get that into Hopkins.
No, that's too tight. There was a defender there and a defender behind him, so he had to. That was a tight squeeze there. Good thought.
Slow-paced game. Both coaches calling
slowed it
set
down.
offense.
Slowed it down now.
They got Warrior here.
Slowed it down. They change it up.
Booth inside the Reese. Good double by Vosatek.
He got his arm.
I like it.
He got his arm.
That's okay. That's okay. Use all them fouls, Frankie. Use them all.
Yeah, he did. That's a good call. That actually was a good call. He got it.
Reese got a nice little roll there. That's soft. Soft.
Yeah.
Soft.
He has a nice stroke. He has been working on shooting for a long. You can see that. Good for him. Nice. There's your man. There's our guy, Ray.
See there, Hopkins having a big game. Big Red, nice role playing tonight.
Yes,
nice
they
role
are.
players.
It was one of the things I talked to Coach Rep earlier when we was talking, that this team, that I think they're figuring out, is they're knowing their role. Knowing who could do what. Knowing who could do what.
And the foul out on the court.
They call it a touch foul on Ty Pierce.
Calling him out away from the basket there, Fitzsimmons making the call. Donnie Giffen keeping it rolling. 37-36 Big Red. Ty Pierce going to come out. Lewis back in. Big Red goes with Lewis. Hope. Cole Bowers. Hopkins. Jackson on the
He
take.
just got grabbed. That's on the back, and they didn't call it. My God.
Noogie Kernahan had a great box out going. They didn't give him nothing.
Oh,
Tipped in by Kernahan.
Kernahan or Hopkins?
Kernahan got the tip, or it was Hopkins. One of them two. They were both.
Hopkins. They give
Hopkins. They give it to Hopkins.
And the
Good
rebound.
tip. Kernahan playing nice defense, tipping the ball away. Booth, the freshman, recovers. Rediger. Nice take in there. There's a foul by Hopkins.
That's just a bad foul.
Tevin Williams, baseline drive. Hopkins fouled him. That's 5 team fouls on Big Red. None on Ferry. Ain't that something?
There's been some questionables.
That's all right. They happen. They even out, man. You can't let the referees do anything, man. I mean, it is what it is. Try not to make a big deal about it. I know we're all emotional, but I think in the end they even out.
They kind of do. It just depends on the way you look at it.
Well, you got to look at it that way because they can't be an issue.
There you go.
Yeah.
There that.
They
There
got
you
it.
go.
They got
him that time.
Kernahan got him that
Should have been the
time.
one on him earlier.
Kernahan got him with a nice box out
Keep
there.
him on
Big
the
Red
back.
up 39-36.
Yep.
But that's what you got to do. You know, if you're Big Red, you're doing the right thing because you're forcing the ref to make a call when you get that box out. I mean, you got to box out, man. Lewis, 3 balls short. Phaeton Hill rebound up. Nothing. Stays here. They had Phaeton trapped under the basket.
He spun around to the other side.
Ferry
Come
did
up
a
and
nice
under.
job of avoiding the foul. Martin's Ferry well disciplined inside. Reese stays on his feet.
Yes, he does.
Inbound to Kernahan to Bowers. To Hill. Hill's going to look. He's going to shoot the 3.
Long 3. Oh, on the shot. On the freshman. Oh, boy. What we got there?
I didn't see it.
He's shooting 3, Phaeton Hill. Foul on the freshman, Anthony Booth. He got a little over aggressive there.
I didn't see it, Jimmy. What'd he do?
On the shot. He didn't let him come down.
Oh, okay. You got to have an area to land. Phaeton Hill going to shoot 3. First one up and good. Donnie Giffen down talking to Derek Edwards, trying to give some kind of explanation, but Purdue made the call. Phaeton Hill misses the second one. Got to make these. 2:23 to go. The third quarter, High Valley Sports Online. This quarter being brought to you by Dr. John Figgle. Phaeton Hill makes 2 out of 3. They're going to go back into a half-court man, up 5. Jackson with the ball. Keith Lewis doing the best he can to stay in front. This Jackson is as quick as anybody. Rediger to Booth, the freshman. Baseline drive, Jackson. Keith
Very
Lewis
nice, good.
Yeah,
Good defense.
Noogie Kernahan with the steal. Ball knocked out of bounds by very good hands by Kernahan, playing much better in the last 3-4 games.
Got a steal. They force another turnover.
Right into a lot of playing time.
They force another turnover on Denali Jackson there.
I want to say hello to my man, great kid. Son, number 1 son of the great Johnny Pooh Bear Davis.
Oh, that's my
Justin
man.
Davis.
He could shoot
checking in on there. I want to say hello to my man. He's a lot cooler than his brother Alec, but Alec swears he's cool, man. But
he is cool.
That's
Alec.
okay. Good family. Johnny Davis, all-state basketball player for Big Red. Bugs corner, no good. Fights for the rebound. Follows his shot. Back out to Bowers. Bowers to Lewis. Big Red hustling. Pick and roll. Ivan Bugs, one too many pants.
The passes.
One too many passes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought Ivan was going to go up. I think he caught Kernahan off guard.
And not only that, they had Reese away from the basket. It was the perfect time for him to go up.
Jackson trying to make something happen here. Minute 14.
There's
Rebound, Peyton Hill. That's getting up to 9 or 10 rebounds. Peyton.
I got him at 8.
Keith Lewis on the take. He got it. He got it. Nice take. Keith Lewis broke the defense down with his dribble. Got back. Big Red playing tough here. I'll tell you, Lewis is guarding Jackson. What a matchup here.
He's accepting the challenge.
Absolutely.
He's accepting the challenge.
Bug's going to jump out on the switch. Peyton Hill running out to Reniger. Reniger
good
blocked by
Bugs.
Inside, Reese too
nice,
strong.
too pretty. Very nice.
Too strong. They
Good
did
look.
to Reese. He went up strong, Jimmy.
Who's that? Redinger with the assist there.
Yep. 48-43, Big Red, 20 seconds to go. Jackson going to come out and play Peyton. Lewis got it. They're in a V game. Lewis.
Yeah, you want to take the lead to the fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
Don't go too pretty. Come on.
Going to call a
What
walk.
are you doing?
6.6.
Come
Mike
on.
Haney wanted a foul. Peyton Hill went down. Ty Pierce in the game. Going to finish out the quarter.
You got just a little too fancy there.
Yeah.
We just want the last shot. We don't need that. They don't. Big Red didn't need that right there.
Lewis on Jackson. Nice take. Nothing there.
Yes.
Kick out. Good defensive effort. The
They don't
third
get a
quarter
shot
comes
off.
to a close. That's right, Jimmy. Third quarter come to a close. Big Red playing a well of a ball game. 43-38. Ohio Valley Sports Online, the Sports Authority. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter here at Tolbert Gymnasium.
You know, now's the time of year to reward your young athlete for a job well done. At the Wintersville Trophy Shop, they have all you need for your special athlete, like trophies, plaques, and ribbons for every sport. The Wintersville Trophy Shop, 756 Main Street in Wintersville, 740-266-6905. Call today. Okay, so where do you go for fish during Lent? Why, Steve's Fish and Chips, of course. Great fish sandwiches and excellent fish chunks. Oh, and shrimp, too. Plus an assortment of sides. It's great during Lent, but Steve's Fish and Chips is an excellent choice anytime. They have burgers, chicken wings, and salads, too. You've got to try the fried pickles. Steve's Fish and Chips. Call today and order 740-282-3261. 740-282-3261.
We're back here. Martin's Ferry down. Set record of 17-2. They're down to the visiting Big Red, 43-38. This fourth quarter brought to you by IBEW Local 246.
It's going to be interesting to see what both teams do here, because Big Red made an adjustment, and Ferry's trying to make an adjustment too, it looks like. But we'll see. They're trapping Ferry.
I like Big Red's pace, Jimmy. Ivan Bugs, nice take, baseline, nothing.
Get the rebound back? Nope, block.
Oh, missed opportunity. Too many of them. Too many.
They had a chance there.
Too many missed opportunities. Ty Pierce playing defense on Williams. Lewis on Jackson. Redinger. Good ball movement. Ball ends upside the Reese. Redinger, 3-ball. Bang! Bottom of the net. Gage O'Connell. The 5'9" senior guard. Top of the circle. He runs out. They're running at Lewis now. Trying to change the pace of the game.
Yes, they are.
Back out the Bugs. Ty Pierce. Big Red can't hit a 3. We need Ty to hit a couple. Back quick. Williams, the sophomore, pulls it out. To Jackson with the ball. Redinger. Gage O'Connell. In the Reese, guarded by Kernahan. Kernan held his
Wow,
ground.
still
Reese
makes it.
pulled up and just filled in the
Still
bottom of
makes
the
it.
net.
What
Powerful
a shot.
play, Jimmy.
Yes, it was. What
Strong.
a shot. Very strong.
Strong.
That's a you're too little play. And Keith
Beautiful.
Lewis
My
is taking
goodness.
them.
Boy, we got a timeout. That timeout's brought to you by
Keith Lewis is taking them to school.
Timeout brought to you by Dr. John Figgle. We'll be right back.
There's nothing like the sound of a ball solidly hit off a wooden bat. At the Swearingen Bat Company, all bats are handcrafted for you. Their focus is on a player's specific needs. The perfect balance with a perfect handle should be a smooth extension to the batter. Visit the Swearingen Bat Company online at swearingenbaseball.com or look them up on Facebook. Get that perfect quality wooden bat handcrafted locally just for you. There are plenty of models for all levels of play, and they also make great gifts for your special player. You can even choose your own design right down to the specific color. Make sure you visit the Swearingen Bat Company today. Premium quality custom wooden bats, locally made. The Swearingen Bat Company is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
We're back. High Valley Sports Online, bringing you the best in high school basketball here. The game of the week.
I'll give a shout out to my man, Kenny Richardson. Kansas City Chiefs did it again.
Oh,
big,
please,
big
please.
Chiefs fan.
Please.
Big Chiefs fan. And also, Jason Mabella loves the Chiefs.
Oh,
Loves the
please.
Chiefs.
Come
Nice
on.
D. Oh, good defense by Ivan Bugs.
Ferry ball underneath. Gage O'Connell going to throw it in. Reese, too easy. Snuck a pass inside. 45-44, just underway here in the fourth quarter. Nice bounce pass. Foul. Got a foul and a nice give and go. Ivan Bugs and Peyton Hill were on the same page that time.
And they're making Reese
Found
come out.
Ivan in
They're
there.
making Reese come out and play the pick and roll there.
Yep.
Bringing him away from the basket.
Open it up for Bugs. Ivan Bugs going to shoot two. 46-44.
Good stroke there.
Referees Fitzsimmons, Geffen, and Purdue on the game. Bugs misses the second rebound. Reese.
He's starting
He's
to
got
pick
a
up.
handful of referees.
He's starting to pick up with his.
He got a
rebounding
handful of
out.
rebounds.
And they got Martins Ferry, looks like, out of their comfort zone a little bit.
Got my man Brenton Colabella, my fellow Packer fan, listening to the game. You want to talk Chiefs
Coach
and
B,
all that garbage.
Coach B, they just won the
Leave
Super
them
Bowl.
alone. They got too many calls.
Oh, my God. One call.
One call a game. They beat the Bengals on the call.
It
Nice
was
pick and roll.
It was the right call.
Bugs and got the foul. I thought Bugs was going to tomahawk it. Good look by Peyton Hill, playing a nice game, man. Peyton Hill, I tell you, playing a nice game.
Yes, he is.
Nice floor game. Best I've seen him play all year.
It's
Big
really
effort.
impressive.
Hopkins for Kernahan.
They're stepping up to the challenge.
Big Red up 9 on the 17-2 Barons, and there's the best working water boy right there, Carlos Suckoch. He's behind the bench. He's giving them water, following in his daddy's footsteps. His dad was me and you's water boy.
I know this is my water boy.
2-3 zone. Keeping them out front. Williams looking to go. Jackson wants to go to the hole. Oh, they almost picked him. Almost picked him. Back cut stolen by Hill. Another steal. Follow Hopkins. You got to give him the ball. Got a timeout. That timeout's brought to you by Apollo Restoration and Cleaning. We'll be right back.
Valley Converting, located in Toronto, Ohio, purchases paper products from the public daily. Valley Converting is a manufacturer and converter of 100% recycled paperboard. For information or questions about Valley Converting products and services, contact them at 740-537-2152. Valley Converting is located on South 4th Street in Toronto, Ohio. Take your paper recyclables to them, and Converting is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Enjoy going to a place where it seems everyone knows your name? We all do. That's why you and your friends will fit right in at the Parkview Inn located in Mingo Junction. The Parkview Inn is home to the coldest beer in town. Looking to catch the game? The Parkview has multiple big screens to catch all the sports action. Located in the heart of downtown, the Parkview Inn has been a Mingo tradition for decades. At the Parkview Inn, you may walk in as a stranger, but you will leave as a friend.
Okay, we're back here. Tolbert Gymnasium inside Martins Ferry High School. Beautiful up here on the hill. All their school, got their school buildings everywhere. 3 minutes ago in the fourth quarter, Ferry down 10 to the visiting Big Red. 3-ball Booth in the corner. The freshman, bang. Martins Ferry extended it a little bit, Jimmy.
I see that.
It's like they're going to come after Big Red now. Big Red's going to have to handle.
Yeah, they're going to have to handle the pressure now. Up by 7 with 2:38 to go in the game.
Keith Lewis.
Oh, it's a risky pass. No. Faden looks like he wanted to shoot. Look for the pass, and it's tipped. We'll stay there with Big Red.
Yeah, good touch. Big Red got away with a couple soft passes there.
So I want to get some stats on Faden Hill. I got him with 18 points. 8 rebounds, 6 steals this evening, Coach.
And two blocks.
Two blocks and 2 assists. So he's really filled up the sheet this evening.
Cole Bowers, 3-ball.
Wow.
Nothing there. Jackson stole that ball.
He got a great rebound.
He stole it off Hopkins. Good hustle, Bugs.
Nobody got
Jackson,
the ball.
I'll tell you, Jackson did a nice job. Almost lost it twice.
And he got the rebound.
Full court press, Ferry. Bowers on the handle.
Don't
Kick
rush.
pass, Ivan Bugs.
What are you
No,
doing?
we don't want that. Strong rebound.
Cole Bowers again.
Cole Bowers, I like what the freshman's doing.
That's his 5th rebound.
I like what Cole Bowers is doing, man. Taking after his mother. I think his mother was a 1,000-point scorer for River. Bowers makes the first.
He's got the stroke to be one here. He definitely does.
55-49. Big Red makes them both. Big challenge here.
Big free throws.
Big challenge.
Big Red back up by 7.
This is a big defensive possession here, Jimmy.
Oh, and Big Red's going to drop back into the zone.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep, smart move.
Let's play out here on Jackson. Don't leave him too much.
Yeah.
Lewis shades to Jackson a little bit.
Well, I don't think they can.
I like Reese out on the floor. Jackson 3-ball, no good. Reese straight up strong.
He just threw somebody.
Missed it. Followed. All right. 56-51. Reese is a monster.
Yes, he is.
Nice layup, Lewis. Lewis on the back, and here comes Ferry. Right back, Reese. Getting the ball out to Jackson. 58-51. Minute 20, Fate, another steal.
Pull it out.
3-1. Nice layup, Lewis.
He got another steal and an assist.
60-51, Big Red timeout. Timeout's brought to you by Apollo Restoration. We'll be right back.
The meaning of cleaning, there's one name you gotta know. Apollo Pro Cleaning. Clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
This high school event is brought to you by AT&T on Sunset via the AT&T wireless network. Remember, don't text and drive, it can wait. AT&T on Sunset is a proud sponsor of this high school event.
We're back here, Jimmy. Big minute 12 to go here. Big Red right on the cusp of having
big win.
Of having a big win here. A lot of time left though in Martins Ferry. Big Red, I think they got them playing a little bit out of whack here. Nice job changing defenses.
Yes, they have.
Jackson, I think he's only attempted 2 3-pointers.
Well, and on top of that, what we talked about earlier about Peyton Hill being a difference maker, they're sticking him in the center of that zone, and he's reading the eyes of the passer. He's probably got about 4 steals off of that in the zone alone.
Big Red, a wide 2-3. They're playing a wide 2-3. Cheating to the shooter like a good zone does. Williams, the sophomore, with the ball. Booth, the freshman, inside the Reese. Back to Booth. Booth, 10-footer, no good, up.
Wow.
Red 3, Fitzsimmons makes the call. Ferry ball underneath, 49.9 seconds. Well, a lot of contact in there. Things happen. Peyton Hill on the ball. Nice steal. Lewis almost had it to Jackson on the take. Misses it. Battle inside. Reese, too strong. Got a timeout. Timeout brought to you by National Colloid Company. National Colloid Company.
Home Construction and Home Incorporated can take care of all of your home remodel and new build needs. Some of the services we offer are kitchen, bathroom, and other remodeling projects. We also offer new roofs, home additions, new builds, and outdoor spaces, including decks, patios, and outdoor rooms. Home Construction has a 5-star rating. Home Construction does all home improvements and new construction from design to finished product. Look them up on Facebook today. Home Construction is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
We're back. Jimmy, you got to think, Jimmy, the Big Red's going to have to make some free throws.
Yeah, well, they did well. They try to get Ty Pierce in the game, and they need to. Ty's their best free throw shooter.
Ball into Hopkins. Back to Lewis. Lewis getting trapped. Got to get it across. Peyton Hill to Bowers. Break it. Sprint.
That's not a foul. Wow.
Okay, let it go. Let's play. Peyton Hill, he'll get fouled there. That's a foul to give there. That's 6 apiece, 23.5. Pierce going to check in the game.
They want him.
Give him another ball handler. Going to get Hopkins out.
He's the Big Red's best free throw shooter. They want him with the ball right now.
6 foul shots, 6 fouls apiece. Next one bonus, both teams. Martins Ferry extending. Look, Bowers on the breakaway. Nothing. Gets his own rebound. No. Here comes Jackson, 17 seconds. No foul. Booth, the 3-ball. In and out. Reese.
Reese is being a man. Reese is being a man.
Peyton fouled him. 60-55 in a foul.
Not good there. You don't foul him, he don't get the ball up.
60-55. Reese going to shoot one. Okay, got to get Big Red. Got to get a rebound and possession here, Jimmy.
They got to get the ball to Ty Pierce. Oh my God.
Going to shoot 1-on-1, 8 seconds
That's
to go.
Another one on Peyton. That's his 4th.
4 fouls.
Wow. The 1-on-1.
Got a rebound here. 60-55. Big Red, 8 seconds for miss.
They get the
Jackson
rebound again.
gets his own rebound, 3-ball. No good. Rebound. And Big Red's going to get out of here, it looks like, with their 4th win in a row. 60-55 with a foul. Bug's going to shoot 1-on-1. Big effort by the Big Red, Jimmy. Get some stats together for us. You know Jason Jenkins is listening in. He wants to hear them stats. My man Jason,
I got time for him.
One of the best defensive players of all time. He could shut him down. Big Red did a great job tonight, man. Bugs on the miss.
Nice
Plays it.
job.
Big Red with a win. Good job, Mike. Good win, Big Red. Big Red, that's going to be 4 in a row for Big Red. Big effort by Phaeton Hill and the entire Big Red team, Billy. Jimmy, Derek Edwards, Martin's Ferry team moves to 17-3. We're going to be right back with a final wrap-up here from Tolbert Gymnasium. Martin's Ferry, it's High Valley Sports Online. Be right back.
Got a sidewalk that needs replaced, or maybe your roof is leaking? How about some new windows? Who do you
My
call?
man, big
Fort
win.
Steuben
Good
Maintenance.
win.
That's who. Commercial or residential, they can handle most any project, big or small. They also do new construction and renovations. So get a free estimate by calling Fort Steuben Maintenance today and get them started on your next project. 740-283-4890 for Fort Steuben Maintenance.
Ohio Valley Sports Online would like to thank one of our great sponsors, Capital Recovery Systems. Capital Recovery Systems is home of the no-cost court collections program. Capital Recovery Systems is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Okay, we're back here with winning coach Mike Haney, Steubenville Big Red, 4 in a row, coach. Phaeton Hill, outstanding game. We talked before the game about his double-doubles. I mean, my man had 6 steals. I know 2 blocks that I saw, a bunch of points. But you know what, Coach? Nobody played bad for you.
Nope.
Everybody played well. You got good minutes from everybody.
Yeah, it was a great team win. Everybody that played, I mean, they came in and did a solid job. Everybody off the bench playing defense. Cole Bowers coming in, hit some big shots. He got a lot of offensive rebounds. Big
Yes,
rebounds.
Sir.
Big rebounds.
One thing I saw about Colby, I've always encouraged Cole. He's an offensive threat. He has got to look to score. He's really coming into his own. He's going to have a nice career, Big Red, a 3-sport athlete. Yep. But, I'm just impressed.
Sport.
There you go, 4-sport. But
right.
I'm impressed with the fact, Mike, that everybody gave you solid minutes, man. No, I mean, that don't happen too many times. I mean, you have one guy that played outstanding. Keith Lewis continues to play well. Kernahan off the bench really playing well.
Right.
Hopkins jumps as quick as anybody. I mean, you're coming into your own. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, it was a great leg. Again, everybody did a solid job. The big guys, Reese he's a load in there. I mean, that was our game plan to stop him. And he had 38.
30 and 8.
And 30 and 8. And we were trying to stop him, but we slowed him down a little bit in the second half, which helped us. He had 17, 18 in the first half.
Yeah, he's a big, strong kid.
He's a load,
and
he's a load in there.
Keith Lewis did a heck of a job on Denali.
He
what I mean?
did. I mean, that was a key to the game.
Yes.
That's as well as I've seen that kid defended all year.
Yes.
That kid has been taking everybody to school off the dribble, but not tonight. Keith Lewis did an outstanding player of the game.
Let me give Coach some stats here. So Phaeton, we talked about Phaeton doing multiple things. He had 18 points for you, 8 rebounds, 7 steals.
Wow.
7 steals.
That's
you
great.
Talking about changing up the game, and Coach talking about Phaeton could be a big rebounder for us. Right. I mean, it was key. Putting him in the middle zone, great move. He read so many passes on the inside.
He's a great zone defender. He floats around and he got long arms and he sees it and he
all
can read your
Jimmy,
eyes.
you know he reminds me of Corey Banks.
Yes, he did.
I mean, them arms reach from here to the other side of the court.
Keith Lewis, 19 points. 4 rebounds. Great job.
I mean, that was a great job because he had the 19 points and he played great defense.
He did.
You play great defense, sometimes it takes away from your offense, but not tonight.
It frustrated Jackson as much as him scoring.
Yes.
Him playing good defense.
Right.
And then Cole Byer chipped in 11 points and 5 rebounds. I want to say 4 of those rebounds were offensive.
Yes.
There was great timing. He had some nice free throws for you. The best thing that I look about Cole right now, he don't look scared in the moment as a freshman.
No.
He's coming around.
He's coming into his own.
He's coming around for you. So great win tonight.
Absolutely, Coach. Thanks for stopping. Good luck in the tournament, buddy.
Thank you very much.
All right, got Mike Haney, Steubenville High School, Big Red. Moves their record to what, Mike?
10 and 11.
10-11.
10-11. He's right there. He's on the cusp right there. But more importantly, that's 4 in a row. That's 4 in a row for the Big Red. When they wrap it up here at Tolbert Gymnasium, High Valley Sports Online, we're going to see you tomorrow at Steubenville High School the Big Red Girls. Tune in at 7 o'clock in their sectional opener, High Valley Sports Online. This broadcast and every broadcast has been brought to you by, special mention tonight, Thrifty Car Rental and Napa Auto Service in Wintersville. Want to thank them for the vehicle coming down here, as well as Capital Recovery Systems, Edge Sports, Franciscan University, Best Western at Franciscan Square, Sickles Law Office, Hood's Pharmacy, PR Landscaping, Mosty Funeral Home, IBEW Local 246, J.E. Foster Funeral Home, JC Pest Control, AT&T on Sunset, Wintersville Trophy Shop, Steve's Fish and Chips, Attorney Adam Martello, Marcino Enterprises, Hauser's Furniture, Valley Converting, Josephine's Carryout, Mingo Junction, Trinity Health Systems, Blakemore Insurance, Fort Steuben Maintenance, M&M Hardware, Main Street Bank, Economy Lawn Care, Swearingen Bat Company, Viking Social Club, Everhard Bow Funeral Home, Bradley Lawnscape, Lancia Villa Royale, TS Electric, Black River Logistics, National Colloid Company, Soft Type Federal Credit Union, Hummel Construction, The Target Shop, Naples, Spuds Parkview Inn, Ohio Motor Group, Berryman Chemicals, Dr. John Figgle, Burt's Hot Dogs, Isla Law Offices, Apollo Restoration, Bennigan's, and Anthony Mining. For Dan Vogel, Jimmy Mack Wilson, our leader that's not here, Jason Jenkins, best defensive player in the country. And our man upstairs, Jaggers Huggins from the heart. This is Ray Suckoch. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks for checking in. Bye-bye.